Man, so I got called today. I was called a big back, but then I was also called beautiful. I think I was called beautiful more than I was called a big back today by some 5 and 6 year olds. So those who don't know, I am a substitute teacher. So today was my first day returning back, since school has been in. And I chose to work with I want to say kindergarten class. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I mean, just wonderful. So how the big back comment came up, we were going around the room, and one of the things that this teacher implements in her classroom is, well, actually, I've noticed this at all the schools. That's one of the things, side note, that's one of the things that I love about Chicago. There's so many academies, uh, these STEM schools, it's just so amazing. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. I love it. I freaking love it. But anyway, so we're going around the classroom, and the system that the teacher implemented is like you put up your finger. So like if you feel angry, you put up one finger. If you feel tired, or if you feel sad, you just, so on and so forth. You put your finger up to represent which one. So I'm asking the children, just one by one, how do you feel? And then they put up their finger, and I'll say, okay, well, why do you feel this way? And they'll say, well, I feel this way because da 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 da. And then one of the boys said, well, I feel happy. And I said, well, why do you feel happy? And he said, I feel happy because I'm going to get me a hamburger. I love eating hamburgers. And one of the other students said to him, I kid you not, he said, yeah, because you a big back. And I looked at him, I said, what? You called him a big back? He talking about, yeah, he like eating burgers. I said, well, dog, if he a big back, then what am I? You're a big back too, Miss Jones. And I couldn't do nothing but laugh. I'm like, well, you right. And then one of the other little girls, because you know how children, they don't want to, make you feel bad. Sometimes, they're very, very honest, or sometimes they're, just very loving and kind and sweet, and they don't want to hurt your feelings. So one of the girls said, well, I mean, she's not big bag. Then she said, well, you kind of big bag, Mrs. Jones. You kind of big bag. And I said, that's cool. That's okay. And she said, yeah, it's fine. Cause my mama, she fat too. She fat too. And I'm like, oh man, that was hilarious. Other things that really stood out to me, was when we watched the YouTube video, and I think it was a Sesame Street video on why do you feel special, or what about you is special. So we went around the classroom, and the children was able to say why they felt special, which is so important. And then we had our stretching time, which was really cool. They used the rainbow. So for each color, it was how you would stretch your arms and how you would breathe and bring your arms up and bring your arms down. And then when I had them sit on the carpet and we were doing, I was reading with them, some of them, oh, my lips kind of chap a little bit. Some of them started doing meditation. So they like putting their fingers together and closing their eyes and I said, where you get that from? Y'all do this in this class? And they were like, yeah, we do. And I remember from the other, I want to say other elementary school that I was at, or they call them grammar schools, because they have here, or I guess maybe a lot of schools up north, it's from maybe pre-K up until 8th grade. I don't really like that. I don't really like the older children. I'm sorry, I keep saying kids. They're not baby goats. So I don't really like when older children are with younger children. It's just, I feel like that opens up things, and I think because things happen to me, a lot of childhood sexual abuse happened to me. So it's like, I just don't like, especially if you have let's say a fourth grader going to the restroom, and then there's an eighth grader in there. I don't like that. I don't like that, me personally. However, I love all the programs that are implemented here in Chicago. Yeah, they put all that negative stuff and the gang violence and the National Guard and blah, 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 blah. But that's just a small piece of what Chicago is. Chicago is a really beautiful city. The other thing I love about the schools here Every school that I've been to, except for one, and that was when I was substituting. I was substituting in an area that was predominantly people who spoke French. So I was predominantly in that area. Predominantly in that area. I was in that area, which was different. So they didn't have metal detectors, but here they do have metal detectors at all the schools that I've been to. I was just thinking about her. So yeah, I just got a message, but I just want to share that. I want to share my day with y'all. I love teaching. So yeah.